This isn't really a review of SLITTERHEAD, it's more of a video about why I'm choosing not to play it anymore, and I really wish it weren't the case. I'm not going to say anything about the story, or characters, or different abilities, or the upgrade system. I'm just going to give you the gist and why I'm out. Because I know a lot of people are going to ask me if I played SLITTERHEAD. This is for them. 2024 has done enough to keep me happy so far. I liked Space Marine 2 and Sulaco, Crow Country blew me away, but it's been a few months since something really impressed me, and I was hoping to be surprised by SLITTERHEAD, a game made by the director of the original Silent Hill back in 1999. I made the mistake of going in blind. All I knew was who made it and that it had monsters. But this is not a horror game, it's an action-adventure game with some parasite head monsters. And a pretty dull action-adventure game at that. I've seen a lot of people giving this game credit for originality and having the confidence to be weird, but that's only enough to keep my interest briefly if the rest of the product isn't very good. And SLITTERHEAD isn't very good. I am speaking from the experience of having only played 6 hours, but from what I've seen, all the levels look and feel exactly the same, and the mission design is shockingly uninteresting and repetitive. Constantly just running around maps full of citizens that just walk back and forth like malfunctioning robots, trying to find your way into buildings, using your possession power to get around. It's never fun. And they try to break it up with bad stealth sections here and there, which do absolutely nothing for the experience. The whole game feels like it was structured as just making you run around empty spaces doing nothing, fighting no one, talking to people, until you get to 1, maybe 2 battles, and then the next story sequence. Every mission ends with you having to sit through numerous dialogue options, none of which have voice acting other than weird moaning and grunting.
Yes. Wow. Wait. I cannot.
This would have been acceptable, even cute, if it were kept short, but it's all the time. There's so much talking in this game, and it's just text after text after text after text. You get like 5 of these mandatory dialogue sections every time you finish a level, and they're all really tedious to get through. Thank God you can skip them. But you have to read every single available dialogue option for every member of your team after every mission. That's the only way to unlock the next mission. It's a constant interruption, and the routine gets really tiresome. Run around a boring street or apartment, talk to a bunch of people, fight something, go back and read more dialogue. I do not care in the slightest about this game's supposedly interesting mythology if they're gonna deliver it to me so dryly. I hate when games tell their stories this way, with endless dialogue options and text on screen. And then there's the combat. This game has a player-controlled camera doing that same crap that leaves you unable to see anytime you get backed into a wall or cornered or knocked down. I'm so sick of this crap. Honestly, guys, I'm really getting tired of it. It's like the devs just pick some preset camera setting for their game and call it a day. Since this game has melee combat, that means it plays like a FromSoft game, because everything has to be Dark Souls or no one will accept it. Dark Souls, Sekiro, whatever, you're locking onto a single enemy, attacking with heavy physical attacks that can't be cancelled, dodge rolling and parrying, fighting enemies with a bunch of different attack patterns and timings to memorize so you can parry them and counterattack while they're stunned. Just what I was looking for when I heard the director of Silent Hill has a new game. I don't personally like this stuff. I'm not calling this kind of combat bad, but my viewers know I don't like this stuff. And it's not that I can't do it, I'm obviously doing it here, but I don't enjoy it. When I beat a boss in a game with this kind of combat, I don't feel good about overcoming a challenge and getting good. I just feel annoyed. Whether I was playing on easy or hard, I tried out both, I found the combat to be obnoxious. As you expand your team, you'll get different powers, projectiles, gravity wells, a big slash. I can't even be bothered to go into it, I just didn't enjoy this very much. The combat eventually just turns into a mishmash of crap, spamming powers and possessing other people around the room to use them and keep yourself alive. Hit a few times with one guy, zap over to another, and hit a few more times, zap around and do something with a civilian. Is it creative? I don't know. I've never played anything exactly like this, so I guess, but none of it feels particularly exciting or satisfying. After I beat the, I think, 7th encounter with the same giant bug with all the Sekiro-style attack parry stuff, and getting dumped into more dialogue and another mission of running around the same streets, I said, no, thank you, I'm out. If I were 20 years younger and I didn't have a bunch of other good stuff I could be playing right now, I would probably continue. But you know what? You only live once in this world, and life is just too short to spend 2 days playing Slitterhead. So I'm not going to. I quit. I don't recommend it. If you love it, I'm happy for you, but I have a feeling a lot of you aren't gonna like this.